The weird world of Tim Hollis. It's mussels, mahogany, mighty milkshake, green kangaroo. And trust me, they're really cool, they're really nice and really fun. A role model for everyone, the Tim Hollis's creation of Weird World.
And now our host, Tim Hollis.
Hello again, folks. Hello, and welcome to our latest episode. And with me again is my beautiful co-host, Muscles Mahogany, from all the way out in Weird World. And, speaking of Weird World, I got another letter from Hank Schwartz, the ruler and your boss out there. Mm-hmm. And I hadn't read it yet, but I wanted to see what he had to say. You know, every now and then, he'll send me reports on what's been going on out there. So let's see. This little report is one about you and Mighty Milkshake, your partner superhero out there. You know, she and Mighty Milkshake are the bodyguards for Hank Schwartz. So Hank Schwartz is saying here, I didn't know this. He said that when you're not out protecting the country and rescuing him from Crinklesnide, the two of you enjoy playing chess together.
Yeah, I love chess.
Okay, well, he says that one day you and Mighty were standing around in the lobby of his palace, and each of you was bragging about how many times you had won.
I always win.
Yeah, well, that's your side of the story, I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Mighty and Mahogany, they're kind of like siblings. They're not related to each other, but that's kind of how they relate to each other. Well, anyway, finally, Hank Schwartz says that he got so tired of hearing you argue that he had to come out and break it up and tell both of you to go back to your rooms in the palace there. And when you ask him why, he said, and I quote, "Because I can't stand chestnuts boasting in an open foyer." Where's that canned laughter that we had a couple of episodes ago when we need it?
I don't think that joke would have been fresh, even if it was canned.
I think you're probably right. Well, don't blame me, blame Hank Schwartz for that one. Well, the only way we can get out of this is to go and hear from one of our sponsors, because their commercials are never corny. So please, somebody get us out of this.
Come enjoy our patio dining. Our daily specials. Our friendly staff and service. Our delicious desserts. More than just barbecue, Deerman's Barbecue. Since 1982. Come see us.
Up in the sky, look!
It's a bird!
It's a plane! It's Superman!
Faster than a speeding bullet, more powerful than a locomotive, able to leap tall buildings at a single bound, this amazing stranger from the planet Krypton, the Man of Steel, Superman. Possessing remarkable physical strength, Superman fights a never-ending battle for truth and justice, disguised as a mild-mannered newspaper reporter, Clark Kent. Penetrating deep into the frozen wastes of the great Arctic plains, an archaeological expedition searching for prehistoric fossils makes an amazing discovery. A huge monster, as lifelike in appearance as when it roamed the Earth millions of years ago in the Mesozoic Age, is found frozen in the ice in a state of perfect preservation. Constantly handicapped by the hazardous sub-zero elements, the scientists and their band of tireless workers succeed in removing the mammoth creature from the frozen pit. The ice-encased monster is loaded into the hold of a huge freighter equipped with a special refrigeration plant and brought to this country. Here, in a specially constructed wing of the Museum of Natural Science, this awe-inspiring creature is displayed to the public for the first time.
And you mean to say that if the ice were permitted to thaw, there's a possibility the monster might still be alive? Thank you, Professor.
Yes, Chief.
Lois, there's a new angle on that frozen monster story. Get over to the museum and see what's doing. They've got him in a special refrigerator.
Okay, Chief.
Oh, Lois, want me to go over there with you?
No, thanks. You'd probably faint if you saw the monster. You scare so easily.
Maybe she's right, but Superman hasn't fainted yet.
And produces the necessary refrigeration. The control board is downstairs. I'll show it. The entire plant is operated from this board. The thermometer must be watched constantly, as any rise in temperature might prove dangerous.
Cut those switches!
Boy, what a story.
Outside, everybody. Step lively, please. Use the nearest exit. Please, folks, keep moving. We have to clear this room at once.
That's what he thinks.
Police headquarters. Hello, Chief. Send the riot squad. We're in trouble.
Hello, Planet. Give me the city desk. Hurry!
Now, it's alive!
No, I'm not crazy. Rush some men down here. Attention, all cars. Proceed to 5th and Main at once. Chief, Lois is in the museum.
Better get over there, Kent.
Right. This looks like a job for Superman. Lois.
Superman.
You'd better get back to your office where you'll be safe. I've got some work to do.
Yes, sir. And this the best story in years? Swell chance.
this time, stay put.
Yes, my lord, and thanks.
You showed plenty of courage getting that monster story, Lois.
Thanks, but where were you?
Me? Oh, I must have fainted.
Well, Mahogany, what's this that you've got here?
Hey, guess what?
Mm-hmm. What?
You remember my friend Berthy Mae Biceps from up in the Smoky Mountains?
Oh, yeah. She substituted for you a couple of episodes ago.
For me while I was on vacation.
That's right, yeah. Well, what is this?
Well, I just got this email from her telling me about an experience her sister had this past week.
Oh, wow. I want to hear about this. What does that email say?
She says,
Howdy there, Mahogany. You wouldn't believe what happened to my sister Billy Joe Biceps this week. She was at one of them fancy pants motels there in Gatlinburg, where all the touristers hang out, and right there by the pool was a lifeguard who looked as nervous as a long-tailed cat in a room full of rocking chairs.
Lando Goshen, girl. You look like you're scared of something.
Oh, I am, but it's a terrible secret.
Oh, shuckins, it can't be that bad.
Oh, yes it can. You see, this is my first job, and I'm afraid of what will happen if they find out.
Well, now you got my curiosity roused up. Just what is this terrible secret of yours?
Well, if you promise not to tell anybody, I never learned how to swim.
Huh? What? How in tarnation did you get a job as a lifeguard if then you can't swim?
They never asked me, but I'm afraid one day someone will really be in trouble and I'll be too chicken to do anything.
You know, even my sister's friend, Muscles Mahogany from Weird World, is here. She thinks you right up proper. Maybe I can take a page out of her playbook.
Well, you sound like just the help I need.
My sister Berthy Mae was filling in for her on a TV show a while back, and they gave her some of these special kind of protein bars Mahogany eats to keep her healthy and strong. Berthy gave me one to carry with me ever since then. Here it is.
But what am I supposed to do with it?
Eat it, you little ninny. Oh, I'm so sorrowful for popping off at you like that. Sometimes my pa's blacksmith temper just comes out of me.
Well, I guess I'll try it.
Now, if it's anything like when Berthy and me tried it, you ought to be feeling something like right about now.
Wow, look at that. Look at these arms. Look at these legs.
Sounds to me like that's your cue. Go get them, girl.
To the rescue.
Mrs. Lifeguard, you're so big and strong.
Yeah, I guess I am now. And if you'll come with me, I'll show you a healthy snack that'll keep you from ever being afraid to go in the water again.
Welcome to Gardendale Flea Mall and Antique Center, where you'll find deals and discounts on all types of merchandise. Antiques, collectibles, furniture, jewelry, coins, and more. Unique and hard-to-find items. 44,000 square feet, more than 300 dealers. That's 2 large floors fully packed. And it's constantly changing, so there's no telling what you're going to find. Low prices, cool finds, odd deals. Open 7 days a week from 10 to 6. Visit us at Gardendale Flea Mall.
Hello, I'm Chris Dooley, and I'm here today on behalf of Tim Hollis, our show producer. And I would like to say a special thank you to Mr. Hollis because 2 times a year he opens up his lovely vintage museum to raise money for animal rescues. And we usually do one in the spring and one in the fall. So stay tuned to the show and to the website to find out when our next open tour will be so you can help us to donate by attending the museum tours, and we purchase items for animal rescues and those that help and save animals. And today we have a very special guest that I'm excited to introduce. All the way from Weird World, we have Mandy, Queen of the Cats, with us today.
I'm so excited to have these guests on a show that help us cats like me and the cats from Weird World, and matter of fact, all over the place. It's just perfect. Meow, Mr. Hollis arranged this.
And today's special guests are Carolyn and Patty, all the way from Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill. All right, so tell us a little bit about your organization.
So the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill, and we're also known as Friends of Sylacauga Animal Shelter, incorporated in 2017. In 2016, the shelter was taken over by the city of Sylacauga, so it is a municipality. But our rescue assists the 2,500 animals that come into that shelter each month.
Wow, and who's our special guest with us today?
This is Rudy, and Rudy was actually a feral pup that was caught at the old Avondale Mill. There are a few dogs that are still living in that. We have taken over 225 out of that mill, but he was just caught 2 weeks ago, and he's coming along quite well.
And I've got a little treat for him. Let's see. And then what y'all do? Y'all also do other cats and other animals too, don't you?
We do. So medical needs that are required at the shelter, of course, you know, that is not city funded. We transport approximately 1,600 animals a year up to rescues in New Jersey. From there, they'll go out to Maine, New Hampshire. We transport to Wisconsin, Minnesota, and we also transport to Florida.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So about 140 each month that we're transporting, and then again, we do heartworm treatment. We do all of the medical needs that are required. So lots of health certificates. We thank our vets because they help us a lot.
Yeah. Tell us about your spay and neuter certificate program.
So the spay and neuter certificate program we feel is really, really important because not only are we helping the current animals get new homes, but we're looking ahead to the future, right? And what we want to do is just combat the problem by making spay and neutering very, very affordable. 4 times a year, we have a sale that they can purchase vouchers for the clinic in Irondale for only $25 each
Wow,
voucher.
that's incredible.
Still a reduced cost anytime during the year. We certainly will help people with that. But, you know, overpopulation is completely preventable. Alabama should not have the problem with homeless animals like we do. But it's completely preventable by spay and neutering. So our goal is to find all the ones that are here now and reduce the ones that are coming.
Yeah, and even if someone can't afford it, I know that there are rescues, you know, or there are people that will pay. They will buy them a certificate. So there's really no excuse to not spay and neuter and help the animals.
Well, we look at even at selling them at $25 each. You know, we do feel that people need to be a little bit invested. We have tried giving away, and you know, they don't make their appointments, they don't keep their appointments. So we want them to have something invested. But like we tell people, that's 1 bag of dog food, right?
Right.
So, you know, if you can afford to feed your animal, then we can afford to get this done for $25.
Right. Now, is our friend over here ready to be adopted?
Not quite yet. Not quite yet. He's just on his 2nd shot, and of course he needs to be neutered. But
well, maybe by the time the show airs, he'll be available. And then, how many other animals do I guess you have them quite often to be adopted out?
So, you know, housed either in fosters or the shelter. Again, there's over 200 a month. That's cats and dogs that come through the shelter. The shelter only holds 65. So that's why we have all the transports that are going out every week so that we just keep making room for the next one. But yes, there's many dogs and cats available at the Sylacauga Animal Shelter. We also use PetSense. They opened up a couple years ago in the Sylacauga area. So they house some of our cats for adoption, and people like going into the pet store and adopting from the pet store, but they're all shelter animals that are in there.
Do you guys use fosters and rescues?
We do, especially for puppies and kittens. It's really the only way to, you know, keep them safe, get them social. But we probably have a foster base of about 20 people. We're, you know,
which
the
is
more,
which
the
is
more,
nothing,
right?
Yeah.
But the more fosters we have, obviously, the more animals we can help.
Well, do you want to tell the people how they could be a foster, or?
Sure. You know, the easiest way to contact us is through Facebook. It's the Feral Dogs of Avondale Mill and Friends of Sylacauga Animal Shelter. Just shoot us a message, and one of our volunteers will reach out to you. But we supply all medical needs, all the food, any of the medicine that they need to advance forward. So all expenses are covered by us and fortunately our wonderful donors. And we just need you to give them a safe and loving home.
And that's the same way if anyone wanted to make a donation, like a monetary donation or something, go to the same website.
Correct. Correct.
And what do you guys need besides like a monetary donation? What are some supplies
So the
that you guys?
fosters always need supply. Cat litter is, we have, I think at one time we had 65 kittens just in foster. So cat litter is huge. We can always use puppy food, pee pads, cat food. Can you think of anything else?
See, a lot of people are funny. While she's saying, a lot of people are funny. They don't want to give money because they're not sure where the money goes.
Sure.
So that's why we do the fundraiser at the museum, and then now we've got you guys on the show, so we show where the money goes and everything. But we would like to give away on the show one of these certificates for the spay and neuter. And all you have to do is send us an email and tell us the name of our cat queen that we said earlier in the show. I'm not going to tell you again. You might have to rewind or watch the show again, but you can also tell all of your friends and family to watch the show. They can send an email in their name or in your name if you would like to have it. And we are going to donate one of these spay and neuter certificates. And it can be for a cat or for a dog. You would just have to let us know. We'll contact the winner and you can let us know at that time. So this helps your organization out, and it helps you out with your animal, and it helps the animal out. All right, thank you very much, our queen of the cats, but I'm not saying her name. And also, we would like to gift you guys with a few things that were from the proceeds of the show. And we have our queen of the cats from Weird World that is going to bring them to you. All right. Well, we have one bag of cat litter. Unfortunately, I have a huge one and left it. I grabbed the wrong black bag that I had put it in. So there's a little bit of cat litter.
Thank
I know
you.
y'all like the non-clumping kind, correct?
Yes.
And then we have some blankets and I think some leashes and harnesses.
And dishes. Nice.
Yeah,
Thank
bowls
you.
and a few different little things like
Thank
that in
you,
there.
our
And
fosters.
we have also purchased the spay and neuter certificate, and I'm going to purchase one as well. So, you know, that's part of a monetary type donation too, in addition to the supplies and everything. Well, we just thank you so much for being on the show.
Thank you for having us. And
Oh, you are quite welcome.
Like
Bless y'all for helping the animals.
Well, folks, it's time now for one of the drawings that I do on every program, showing you one of the characters in Weird World. And this one is going to be unique because I am actually going to draw Muscles Mahogany herself. And so it's not very often that we have a live model for one of these characters, so I just hope that I'm able to do justice to her. Mahogany, you've got a standard pose that you like to do.
Oh, yeah.
So let's see what you do there. You got, oh yeah, see, that's a great pose. Well, that is how I'm going to draw her here, and I hope she will appreciate the way I'm able to do this. We're going to start off with her face like this, you see. There's her eyes, and then...
my nose looks a little big.
Well, I'll tell you, that's sort of one of the hazards of being a cartoon character, you know. Most cartoon characters have big noses. All right, we'll get that. See, she's got a muscle right there, so we've got to make sure that we get that into the picture, just like that. And we're going to put the other one just like that. See, that's that's pretty much the way she looks now. After she eats one of the protein bars, it might have a little bomb on it like that.
I think you could have drew my bicep a little bit bigger.
You think it needs to be bigger? I'll put a little bulge in it there. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get your shorts in there because everyone loves those. You know, it's not like they went out of style in 1976 or anything like that. But then let's get your other leg there. And now I know you're going to like your feet looking like that, you see. Mm-hmm. And, of course, your beautiful hair just like that. So, there for the first time, we have the cartoon mahogany and the real mahogany so you can compare it. So I just know that everyone enjoyed that. But they're really going to enjoy this story that we've got because you've got something to do in it too. And boy, there is just no telling what's happening here. Especially, oh my goodness, I see the very first paragraph. We start off with Crinkle Snide again. And boy, anytime the story starts off with him, we know that there's going to be trouble ahead. So, well, the way this one goes, it says that Crinkle Snide was pacing back and forth in his gloomy house. And as usual, he was plotting new ways to get Hank Schwartz into his clutches so he could be the new ruler in Weird World. Boy,
what's new?
I was going to say, people wouldn't like that at all if that happened. Bah! He snorted. There has to be a way to get rid of Hank Schwartz's bodyguards, those goody two-shoes, Mighty Milkshake, and Muscles Mahogany. Blah!
I'd like to see him try.
Yeah, you're about to. Crink remembered all the times they had come to the rescue when Hank Schwartz tooted that blasted magic horn of his. Then Crinkle Snide's eyes lit up with an evil glow. Maybe I could tire them out, he muttered. Well, using his most evil magic, Crink whipped up not one, not two, but 200 copies of Hank Schwartz's magic horn, all of them exactly alike. He called one of his henchmen, the shady underworld character Baron Bluejay. Baron Bluejay, he's something else too.
I don't like him either.
Did you call me Crinkle Snide, sweetheart? He sounds more like Bogey Bluejay there. He eats pork chops and applesauce. Back to the story. Crinkle Snide told him, deliver one of these fake magic horns to everyone in Weird World, except Milkshake and Mahogany. What do you suppose he's got in mind there?
He's up to no good.
That's usually what he's down to no good, maybe. And so it was that the next morning, each and every one of the good citizens of Weird World found a magic horn on his or her doorstep. They all had one. Mr. Goods at the Burger in a Hurry restaurant, Jerome Giraffe, Horatio Hippo, the Creep family, Turk the Blue Turkey, Macintosh McMoneybags, and all the rest.
Those are all my best friends.
I know. So see, they didn't know what was going on. They had all seen what wonderful things the two superheroes could do when the magic horn brought them in. So most of the citizens wasted no time in trying out their horns. Hearing the horn's distinctive toot-toot, Mighty and Mahogany were off like two bullets. But before they could get to the spot the sound had come from, they heard another toot-toot coming from the opposite direction. Halfway there, the toot-toot came down in the direction of the Okeechobee Swamp. This went on all day long until by sundown, Mighty and Mahogany were as limp as a couple of old dish rags, and they didn't even have enough strength to sit up straight. Yeah, show them how you were looking there, okay? Oh my goodness. Well, while all of this was going on, Crinkle Snide had crept up behind Hank Schwartz and thrown a sack over the poor guy's head before he even knew what hit him. When Hank Schwartz came to, he was tied to a heavy post in Crink's dungeon, and Crink was building a fire under his cauldron to boil Hank Schwartz in oil.
He can't do that.
Oh, yes, he could. Well, here we go again, said Hank Schwartz, pulling the genuine magic horn out of his coat. Doot doot! 50 miles away, the battered and beaten Mighty and Mahogany heard the sound. Oh, no, mumbled Mighty.
Yeah, we're not going to answer that one.
Agreed Mahogany. Hank Schwartz was puzzled. They don't answer, he said. I guess I'll have to give it the old super scream. Now, if there was one thing Hank Schwartz was good at, it was screaming. His mega decibel help echoed over the hills and valleys of Weird World. Mighty Milkshake and Muscles Mahogany heard it too. That's really him, wheezed Mighty.
Yeah, but we're too weak and tired out to answer him.
Agreed Mahogany.
But we can fix that.
Oh, you knew this was coming. Out of her pocket, Mahogany pulled one of her special protein bars and started chewing. Mighty reached into a secret compartment in his cape and produced one of his magical strength-giving milkshakes. He was almost too tired to get the straw into his mouth, but soon he was able to gulp down a swallow or two. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Boom! Ah, to see the two heroes now, you wouldn't think they had ever been tired in their lives. Mighty looked like Mr. Universe, while Mahogany could have passed as the winner of the latest Ms. Fitness contest. Show them how you were looking there. Okay, there she is. They didn't waste any time either. At super speed, they headed for Crinkle Snide's creepy old house. The nasty old kangaroo was just about to toss Hank Schwartz into the boiling oil, but he couldn't resist taking just one more moment to gloat. At last, I have won! He sneered in Hank Schwartz's face. But just then, there was a voice like thunder coming from behind him.
Oh, yeah?
Crink turned around, and when he saw the fortified Mighty and Mahogany staring at him, he was so scared that he fell apart into 12 pieces. But he pulled himself together in a hurry and tried to get away. Working fast, Mahogany ran throughout Weird World, gathering up all the fake magic horns and stuffing them inside one another. As soon as she was finished, Mighty picked up the fleeing Crinkle Snide and stuffed him inside the very top horn. And with a wham, Mahogany hit the horns and Crink combination with her fist, and the whole mess shattered into scrap metal. The last they saw of Crink, he was running for dear life with his head sticking out of one end of a fake horn and his legs from the other end. And that picture on the screen there will show you exactly how he was looking. I think he was probably hurting. Mighty and Mahogany broke Hank Schwartz's ropes and quickly got him back home before Crink could recover. And he has some amazing recuperative powers, you know. After they explained what had happened, Hank Schwartz wrote out a new law for Weird World. From then on, it would be illegal for anyone but him to blow a magic horn or anything even remotely resembling a magic horn. I think that's one of the smartest laws I've heard lately. Yeah, I think especially in Weird World where anything can happen, they need all kind of laws that we don't necessarily have to worry about around here. But anyway, I thought that was pretty entertaining there, and you came through with flying colors, just like you always do. All right. Well, someone else that always manages to come through for us are our sponsors. So now we're going to hear from one of those, and I think you'll enjoy this just as much as you enjoyed that story. I don't know whether that came out right or not. Well, anyway, I know you're going to enjoy the commercial, so roll it.
Where's everyone going? To sign up with ACT Models and Talent Booking Agency. We also host beauty pageants, model searches, and hire out pageant judges, scouts, and MCs. We represent all ages, sizes, and ethnicities, as well as all types of talent and lookalikes. Be sure to visit our website, actmodels-talent.com.
ACT is where it's at.
Milkshake, green kangaroo, and trust me, they're
This has been a Hollis production. Ta-da!